Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Asshat Podcast on YouTube. Another video Watchdog issue. I'm in, excuse me, finding I never keep them together. I got a good size stack of these. So like I've mentioned in these previous videos, I've subscribed to the magazine 2 different times, and even before I started subscribing, I was picking it up fairly often. So I got a nice little stack. This is issue 78, $6.50. Kinski and Herzog, Lady Frankenstein, The Missing Scenes, Mel Wells interviewed, 3 about Fulci, The Wicker Man, tapes, DVDs, soundtracks, and books. Okay, and no indication when this came out on the cover. December 2001. Okay, this is one from the first time I subscribed. I was picking it up every how often it came out. We had a Hastings near me. So we got a nice mummy picture there. Who we got? Tim Lucas, yes. Ken Newman, yes. Richard Harlan Smith, R.I.P., yes. Douglas Lee Winter, okay. This is all about, mostly about Lady Frankenstein. I've never got to see the full-on cut. I have the, it's a Brentwood release. Early Brentwood release, which is the one, the public domain one a lot of people got out there. Our Universal Monsters DVD wrap-up. They're talking about how, we were getting Werewolf in London, She-Wolf one, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the 32 one. All these different, Universal classics on DVD, and they give you all kinds of fucking information. Limited editions of DVDs that are signed for $20. Man, it's not a horrible price. All right, I got some anime. We got Blood the Last Vampire, which that's what that's from. Crack on the Floor, Legend of Bruce Lee, which is one of those Bruceploitation films. Mio and the Land of the Faraway. I have this on VHS under a different title. It's is it Christian Bale's in this shit? There's a couple people. Let me see. I'm scanning the article here. Christian Bale, yes, played by young Christian Bale. Okay, Christian Bale, Christopher Lee, a couple other names are in it. I've never watched it. That's the only reason I knew about it. That's why I picked it. When I saw the VHS, I'm like, okay, I've heard of this. Nightwalker, another anime. There's Christopher Lee. Room 13, which is a German film. Tom Corbett, Space Cadet. Never watched any of this shit. It just looks so cheesy to me. I don't. The Victim, which is is that a Hong Kong? It's probably a Hong Kong horror. It's looking like it's coming out from Tai Sing. Mario Bava, All Colors of the Dark, coming in 2002. No, it didn't, Mr. Lucas. That came out in like 2012, 2014. It came out, I'll give this. He got the book out. I've seen pictures. It's gorgeous. It looks like, oh, Lady Frankenstein. Look at that. It's a nice cover. All right. And this is a long-ass article. It details all they take the DVD drive and DVD and the European Trash Cinema VHS and compare them. The DVD drive and DVD, which is what pretty much everybody's got, it's like 83 minutes, 30-something seconds. The Euro Trash one is 94 minutes and 40 seconds. So there's some scenes that, I don't know if they're dubbed or not. I haven't read this issue in a long time, but lots of information about this movie. Look at this. Then, Mel Wells, who was in charge of getting it distributed over here in the States. Good amount of information on that. A couple other movies he worked on. Then we get our DVD section. Okay, lots of Herzog. We got Agrade, The Wrath of God, Wozek, I'm guessing, Cobra Verde, and My Best Fiend, which I've seen Aguirre, and I think I've seen Cobra Verde. I want to see My Best Fiend. There he is. There's Kinski. There he is again. Oh. And of course, it's always good, thorough reviews. Okay, The Black Cat. This is the Fulci film. Anchor Bay. Actually, if you have El Rey, they seem to air this fairly often. My dad was watching this one time. I'm like, what the fuck? That's airing on El Rey at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Curse of the Vampire from Richard Mille. This is a Filipino vampire movie. They found a print and just threw out there because probably the rights holders have no clue that it's out. Demonia. Media Blasters. No idea what that is. The Erotic Ghost. Is that one of the Surrender Cinema, Seduction Cinema? Yep. Oh, God, there's so many of these Missing Mondays and half of them. Fatal Frames. That got hyped like a motherfucker in Fangoria, and I've never seen it, but every review is just trashing the shit out of it up. This is one, excuse me, I had and I sold because it goes for so much fucking money. Or it did. I don't know about now. I sold it about 8 years ago. The Green Hornet Brentwood. What this is after Bruce Lee died, whoever owned the rights to the footage of the show took like episodes and chopped them all up and made 2 movies. And somehow the copyright on these movies is not really there or something. And Brentwood got the rights and released both of them. It's only, as far as I know, the only legit releases of Green Hornet. And back then they were selling for, what is it, $20 for, you know, about a 90-minute thing. Now, when I sold mine, I got, what was it, 45 for the first one, and like, it was $100 for the 2, and one of them was under $50. It was like 40, 45, and the other one was over that. And I paid, you know, probably 12 to 15 bucks for them. I've got the whole series, but Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, the old Retro Media, like the first release from Retro Media. Nice. That's a decent little film. House by the Cemetery. Who's doing this one? Anchor Bay. Okay, I've got the... it's a Brentwood. I've got the Brentwood release of it. It's titled Zombie Flesh Eaters or some shit. Oh, got quills. Oh, not a good film. I was forced to sit through it one time. Not good. Scars of Dracula, Hammer. I'm not a Hammer guy. Never got into their shit. Short Circuit. I don't think I've seen the first one since probably VHS days. Renting it, you know, as a teenager, you know, like early preteen, teenager years. Seen the second one recently, but it was alright. What we got? The Wicker Man Limited Edition. This is the one that's got all the extra footage. This is not the Nick Cage. It's way from the Nick Cage one. This is the old one. Was it Hammer? Hammer? It was UK, and then Corman got a hold of it, and other regions. Anatomy. We got our soundtracks. Books. The Ghastly one. The Sex Gore Netherworld of filmmaker Andy Milligan. I want this book very much, but I think it's going for way more than $27 now. I really want to read it because Andy Milligan just seems fascinating as well. Look, signed limited edition for 150 copies, and they don't say. Oh, 20? Hey! A little bit cheaper. And we got our loader pages. There's interesting stuff on the letter pages. There's some shit, you know. Then we got their scratch and dent sales. Oh, scratch and dent sales are always the shit with this. This is when you can get old ass issues for, what was it, $4. And they're a little beat. I'll say that there's a, if you, I don't know if it's gonna go up before this or not, but there's a, when the definitive Laserdisc set came out for Star Wars, there's one of these issues got Yoda on the cover, and I got one where. Nice back over. Like right here, it's like somebody took a fucking buzzsaw to this shit. This one's the one I got mailed and laid around my room forever. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye bye.